Tell me again, what do you want? I don't want you to even front. You know that I got what you need. The bed is just the only place you need to be. You give me vibes, you get it hot. You make me wanna hit the spot. I've been waiting for you all night. Just tell me what you want and I'll do it right. I'm loving all your faces. I take your body all these different places. The bed is where the stage is. So baby, let me show out. Your body's going crazy. Might fuck around and end up with a baby. I promise that you'll thank me. Cause baby, I'ma show out. Cause I'm bad and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear. Cause I'm bad and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear for now. Tell me again, girl, is it mine? Feeling that tingle down your spine. You know that we've been here before. Remember the last time we did it on the floor? You told me things I never did, showing me all the things I missed. I know what we're doing is a risk, but I don't really care, girl, I just want this. I'm loving all your faces. I take your body all these different places. The bed is where the stage is. So baby, let me show out. Your body going crazy. Might fuck around and end up with a baby, baby. I promise that you'll thank me. So baby, let me show out. Cause I'm bad, and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear. Cause I'm bad, and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear. Cause I'm bad and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear. Cause I'm bad and you're bad, and I just know that we are perfect for each other. So be bad, cause we bad. And it don't matter if they hear us, they can disappear for now.
Alright, y'all, we are back. Welcome back to Pregame Radio. You know, this is what happens when you deal with all of these, what do you call them, internet service providers, all of these ISPs and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what happens with these guys, and that's what's going on. Han, what's going on, man?
Hey, what man? How you doing?
We are all good. We are all good. Good to have you with us. So,
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
hey, it's all good. I know. So let the people know exactly what it is that you're bringing to the table. We got a whole lot of Ice Guy. You know, we found out about him. So so we want to know about you. So what do you bring to the table? What is it about you?
So you know, my cousin and I, we kind of have like this singular nucleus thing kind of going on, where you know, as far as him doing like the production, the engineering, mixing, and just kind of being the driving force behind my sound, an artist, you know, as far as, you know, us crafting these projects together, you know, as I'm sure you guys discussed, we just dropped Madman over the Memorial Day weekend not too long ago, and it's just been a process. You know, we've been having some great success. The numbers have been great. You know, when we started CodeSix Music Group, you know, we did a lot of incremental things to build the foundation, only because we wanted to hit the ground running when we were ready to take off. And you know, that's what's been happening. And you know, it's been a great year, especially with everything that happened with the pandemic. You know, we definitely made the most of the same roof and having the same space and just figuring out each other's quirks as far as, you know, how we work and how we mesh together, and just really using that to build out what it is we do.
All right, so Ice Guy, are you also part of the I should have ate that that crow? You eating the ultra hot gummy bears too?
For Why'd You Eat? Yeah. So the interesting thing about Why'd You Eat That is I loved it. What I loved about the concept when it came about is, you know, I've always known my cousin to do music. You know, we come from a musical family, but I've always known that to be like his major wheelhouse. And seeing the excitement between him and my younger brother when they came up with the idea, you know, it was just cool to be a part of it. I'm part of it in the sense of, you know, I kind of antagonize him a bit off camera, you know. I do the video recording work, and Ice handles like the editing and such. But we just kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and it's been cool to kind of just somewhat take a step back creatively and just watch the cool things they come up with and the things they choose to eat on the show. And I mean, like, you know, we love the music, but, you know, different us creatively and the different content we create. And so we definitely wanted to be different, and that's one of the things they brought to the table. And I just love watching them craft it. You know, just being behind the camera, giving them a hard time, watching them, you know, eat these spicy ass foods and and fall apart on the camera. But we do it for the so.
So tell us about the Junsa track.
Oh man, so Junsa was you know, it's funny. My cousin, he probably, tell me if you remember this, Ice, but I remember a conversation like 2-3 years ago, and we were talking about like, I think like Joe Budden came up with something. We talked about Pump It Up and different tracks that have to do with like establishing people. Like when they hear it, it's the, you know, and I wanted it to be that kind of track. I wanted it to be lyrically creative, but I wanted to have like this arrogance to it.
That's a fine sound.
Yeah. I remember we had a conversation one day, and he was like, you need to do something that's again kind of like cocky and arrogant but catchy. And when I heard the beat, you know, I got the beat from my boy OK Hip Hop. Shout out OK Hip Hop. And I was listening to it, and I was just like, you know what, this is different. I feel like I could do something with this. I don't think it's the traditional production that most people are used to hearing. And, you know, I wanted to kind of just float on it in a way that stood out. So I named it after myself. You know, I just figured, you know, I'm going to name it Junsa and just bring that energy to it. And the thing is, it was kind of like my, you know, I don't want to say debut track, but if you know that for Madman, Junsa's actually not on that project. And so this was basically just a single that I released to, you know, get the energy out there, you know, get people buzzing, put it up on SoundCloud and on other streaming platforms and just get it promoted. And I ended up having, there's a guy I know out in Russia who does anime videos. So he ended up editing this real dope video, you know, putting Junsa as the track and just, you know, bringing that creative element to it.
All right, so let's get into it. We got Han with Junsa right here on PreGame Radio, where you can get it live, get it loud. 1 bar, 2 bars, no bars on the internet. We still gonna be rocking, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Slow it down. Y'all be doing way too much. And if it ain't the sticky, know the pen is in my clutch. Bitches levels, rebels with it. Naughty, rotten, rhyming shit. Stack this bread and get as many whips as I got monikers. Slow it down. Y'all be doing way too much. And if it ain't the sticky, know the pen is in my clutch. Bitches levels, rebels with it. Naughty, rotten, rhyming shit. Stack this bread and get as many whips as I got monikers. Y'all used to all these fuck ass niggas. I'm the antithesis. Clean cut chandelier, diamonds on my wrist and shit. All these people plotting on your boy like it's me stopping ya. All my verses biblical, my rhyme book the apocrypha. My big body truck came with pumpernickel seats, like a race with pink slips. Baby, we play for keeps. I'm charged, I done rolled so many L's. Got my motherfucking condo looking like it's Silent Hill. All my niggas twisted, puff chest, bump gums. Nigga flex if you wanna, we could escalate and get this shit as hot as fucking saunas. I passed him in the cut, now they all trying to usurp him, but I live this shit, I breathe this shit. The booth, my place of worship, my money clip, that's heavy metal. Long ass hours in the lab, I leave this shit disheveled. Where the fuck he popped up from, baby, only Lord knows. But I spit it up an echelon so y'all don't turn up nose. Victor fucking vengeance, slow it down. Y'all be doing way too much. And if it ain't the sticky, know the pen is in my clutch. Bitches levels, rebels with it. Naughty, rotten, rhyming shit. Stack this bread and get as many whips as I got monikers. Slow it down. Y'all be doing way too much. And if it ain't the sticky, know the pen is in my clutch. Bitches levels, rebels with it. Naughty, rotten, rhyming shit. Stack this bread and get as many whips as I got monikers. So in the beginning, swag, it sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? Yeah. Hun. Humble beginnings. Yeah.
Alright, we are back. PreGame Radio. We got Han, Ice Guy, CodeSix in the building. This is the CodeSix episode. And why is this not on the album?
You know, I had one thing is what I've come to realize about, you know, when I craft my projects, I'll hear a beat, and if it puts me in a certain mood and I fall in love with it, I find myself chasing other beats that fit that mood, and then I craft like the project around that. So Madman had certain, just sonically, all of Madman bled together, and I felt like Jensen was a great springboard to get people interested before the project dropped. But you know, I've done some talking with my manager. You know, we are considering releasing a deluxe version of Jensen Madman that might have Jensen and a few other surprise tracks on it.
Because that joint is a definite dead ass standalone banger. Like as soon as that beat settled. And I'm like, oh, okay. And now I envision how the anime works with it.
Yeah.
So like it's a dope thing when you hear the audio and you can kind of like play out how it's gonna be in your head and all that. And you also answered my next question, same thing I asked Ice about your song process, as far as you finding a beat. So we're gonna get into not really into the meat of the interview, but pretty much to the point where you might feel a little uncomfortable because we're gonna ask you to name names on certain subjects. As far as collaborations, right?
Yeah.
Now you guys can answer collectively, answer separate.
Sure.
As far as the production side, mainstream, underground, independent, who will you aspire to work with?
Wow. As far as Productionz concerned specifically, right? Or
as far as the beat makers, who?
Yeah, as far as the beat makers, I know Ice is gonna agree with me on this. Definitely Just Blaze.
Yes. Yeah.
100%. I definitely want to work with Mike Shinoda. You know, I would love to get some
Linkin Park.
Mike Shinoda. I'm a big Park fan. Mike Shinoda's been a huge influence on me. Separate from that, you know, I would definitely love to work with the Quiet or Genius No Channel. These are two really super famous Korean producers. That's definitely Derringer. I'm a big Derringer fan. You know, I've been rocking Griselda for a little minute. You know, during the indie days, during their come up, and just watching them get where they are now. You know, I'm a fan of Derringer. Like, I know that there's been a lot of people kind of trying to recreate that sound, and it might have become a bit saturated. But to work with Derringer specifically, that would be dope. And I would say Alchemist again. I do have an Alchemist beat on Madman, but I would love to work with Alch again. Oh, and Apollo Brown too. God, can't forget Apollo Brown. Definitely Apollo Brown.
No idea give you a classic though.
Now,
Now,
what kind of the uncomfortable side of it is, which producers would you not work with?
I don't think I wouldn't see myself working with somebody like maybe like Jack Harlow. You know, I don't think his production really fits my style. Definitely not. Damn, I don't even know his name, but whoever primarily produces for like the Baby, like all of those weird like nursery rhyme, ASAP Fable type beats, like them shits just be weird to me. And definitely, and I know this might rub people wrong, but Hit Boy just don't do it for me.
Now, is it? I'm sorry. I just asked Ice Guy this before we had our little snafu. What do you think is personally missing from today's hip hop?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
What do you feel is missing?
I think just authenticity. I mean, there is authenticity out there, don't get me wrong, but I think it's such a small scale compared to, I think everybody's chasing the next trend, trying to make the next song that has a TikTok dance. It's kind of like reliving the ringtone era all over, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, God.
You know, people are trying to do songs that have the type of vibe where it would be a ringtone of a cell and all that stuff. So I feel like there's just like a genuine authenticity that's missing from music where that's kind of like why I don't like mentioning social media in my raps. I feel like it detracts from the realness of it. So when people like just any bars about like talking to shorties in DMs and things, I just feel like there's such this weird buzz around the collective that's trying to, like I said, go viral, make something that's trendy for TikTok. Instead of just having like this genuine authenticity of, down with your music, really, really connecting with it, penning something that really means something to you, and then just releasing it in a way. And even though there's authentic people out there, I feel like a lot of them are either few and far between, as I mentioned, or already established, where they can afford to just just rap the way they want to rap and do what they want to do. So I think just a lot of authenticity is missing. Everybody's trying to just end up on Shade Room or something like that, I feel like.
Yeah, chasing the same bag.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that with your next project, do you think that will start to excuse me, add back to the validity and add back to hip hop?
Oh, absolutely. I believe I did that with Madman. I wanted to, I really wanted to craft something that had like a cohesive feel to it, to where when you listen to it, it puts you in the mood I was in when I crafted it, and it puts you in the mood Dwayne was in when he's sitting there, in our living room with the lights out and his eyes closed, just mixing and listening to the beats. Like everything, just really bleeds into each other in a way that makes sense and really pulls you into that place where you're listening to the words and, it's like a narrative. And you can follow it start to finish, the feel, the peaks, the lows, and all the different themes and things that I connect throughout each song. Nothing feels misplaced, even down to the specific way that the track lists were set up and, really where the interludes and things were put. And, I grew up in a particular era where the amount of album tracks we get now were like a deluxe album track. I'm used to 11, 12, 15 at most type tracks where
Right.
you really sit and pull, songs that really mean something. And, with streaming and everything these days, people are recording like crazy and throwing 20, 25, 30 tracks on an album. And, people have short attention spans. By the time you get to a certain track, you're kind of over it. You don't listen to the whole album. And, you don't want to I don't want to be in a position where my music is like microwave food, So if I pull you in the first track or two and things flow into things a certain way that kind of start to kind of rile you up in, in a certain emotion, next thing you know, you're in the middle of the album and then, you finish that transition and then you finish it. And you've really kind of sat with the entire project and been able to digest everything. And, that's my goal. I really want to take my time with my projects and, I used to probably tell you sometimes I take too much time, but I'm constantly in my head about my music. I'm constantly like, I'll write a verse 2, 3, 4 times and he'll only hear one version because I'll just go over it one day and decide, yeah, this ain't it, But I just feel like as long as I continue to stay true to my process in that respect, I'll always be proud of what it is I release,
Do you remember the first rhyme you wrote?
I don't. I remember it was called Flowing in the Mirror. I was like 12 or 13, maybe 15. It was trash. It was bad. And I remember I actually spit it for my boys and my dean's off. Yes, I was 14, 15 because I was in freshman year. And everyone looked around. I guess there was some secondhand embarrassment or whatever. And yeah, but looking back at that, I would never think I'd be where I am now just lyrically in the way I write. But it was bad, super bad. I'm glad I don't remember it. I mean, it'd be fun to poke fun at myself about it. I have no problem self-deprecating sometimes, but I don't remember that shit, but it was awful.
So, what would Han, the artist now, tell 12, 13-year-old Jensa who just wrote Flowing in the Mirror?
I would definitely tell them keep at it, and under no circumstance pause your dream for somebody who says, I don't think I can date a rapper.
What?
Yeah. And I will also tell him that, I would tell him don't be so anxious about the times.
Oh, man. So, look, I wasn't expecting part B of that answer. Like, yo. So,
Yeah.
tell us about the track Admin.
Oh man, so Adman. So the thing with Madman is my favorite television show of all time is the show called Mad Men.
Yes, that was the jam, dog.
Yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of that show, and ad man is just a term, which guys, advertising agency man that will work on Madison Avenue, and the concept of an ad man, or when you're a creative director, is you present yourself, your product, other people's products, whatever. You present it in a way that is clever, understandable, digestible, and just lives on with the person who ingests that ad. So that's kind of what I want to supply to my music. And there's also just a lot of lessons and personal reflections I've gained from that show, from the main character, and certain anecdotal things that just kind of always sat with me. And I honestly don't even remember when it happened, but at some point I decided I wanted to do the project, and I wanted to just have it to be influenced by the show. I have an interlude on the, a few Mad Men interludes on the album. I have a track named after one of the titular characters. So Ad Man was basically just me. If Junso was me just establishing myself in an arrogant way, Ad Man is definitely me just establishing myself as far as my flow, the lyricism, just basically just bringing an energy that can get people amped. Because at the beginning, a lot of the music I wrote, it wasn't intentional, but some of it was a little bit darker. And by like the fourth or fifth track, people kind of like, yo, I mean, you got any, like, you all right? You know what I mean? And it's not even the lyrics, it was mostly the beats and the sounds. So Ad Man was definitely just a way to shake it up. And the funny thing is, Ice Guy and I decided, well, technically he decided last, but he's kind of the one who was like, Ad Man should be a single. And I love the song. So I was like, you know what? Initially, I had another single in mind, but we went with Ad Man, and it completely took off. Like, so many people love the song. The streaming numbers for the song individually are crazy. I've had people contact me like, yo, you're going to do a video for it. My favorite song was Ad Man, Ad Man, Ad Man. So yeah, Ad Man is just basically me flexing. It's a different energy. It's an upbeat track, but it's still, the lyricism's still there. I really wanted to be just clever, have fun with it. And that's what Ad Man was.
So let's get into it. This is how with Admin right here on PreGame Radio. When we're going to be rocking out Ice Guy, we ain't forget you. We got more questions for you. We'll be right back.
I'm here.
Gather round, peep game style, whole team dialed in and molded action league now. Another Black Wall Street, fat fucking chance. Rather blow it on a sports car and do the fucking shmoney dance. But I ain't here to preach shit, I want a big cool, and I'm blaming Robin Leach. Diversified stocks, numbers valley and they peak. How to be your own mogul, that's the shit they don't teach. But y'all don't hear me though. Yeah, the flow kept me dreaming, had to move a little tactical. These fuck niggas was scheming. They laugh cause I'm black, using rap as my solution. When we couldn't read or write, the irony is wild and using sickle. I'm here, nigga, offspring of royalty, who I'm gon' fear, nigga. Had to get a little cockier than usual. Wow, how you like me now? No, I copped the plush seats just to sit my ass down. And we don't fit the mold, nah, shout out to my outliers. Know the fucking statement normal's just a setting on the dryer. Man, I'm just here to take you higher. Anybody saying otherwise a motherfucking liar. I'ma just keep doing what I do. Get a few accounts, show me love, give me room. I come in peace, only say this shit once, and I employ a few tactics if I need to just to get it done. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. 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 Slick with the pen skill level, Jack Bauer. About to set my next alarm on my 24th hour. Never with the bloat, keeping every op lean. No traces, what I mean. Cruise missile 16s worth of mother. Bruised up and bloody's how I leave them. I ain't looking back and I put that on my eat 'em. You know better, you do better. That was the mantra. Now we stack chips to the ceiling, living life like we monsters. It's crazy. I'ma just keep doing what I do. Get a few accounts, show me love, give me room. I come in peace, only say this shit once, and I employ a few tactics if I need to just to get it done. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting waiting for the signal. Let it begin with a stutter of light and short circuits. You dying by my hand, stroke the pen, pop the bubbly. I was real fucking mad, but I channeled it to bars. Not too bright if not dead. Years later, I'm at large. Cause when I lock your scent, catch a limp, and that's the lucky one. Mommy on my right, toe two, she my only one. Working on my craft, sticking my perfect landing. Pounding on the ground to the building, ain't fucking standing. Nigga, I'm good, say that shit 2 times. Numbers on the board, I'm only at half stride. Whips and body kits, I bring it back to 05. Low key wheels, hot boy deals. Look, son, my fam could never own me. You could've rocked too, but now you looking hella lonely. I love the taste of winning, it's only the beginning. I ain't a psychic, but I really got a funny feeling. I'ma just keep doing what I do. Get a few accounts, show me love, give me room. I come in peace, only say this shit once, and I employ a few tactics if I need to just to get it done. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them. I'm waiting for the signal, move on them.
PreGame Radio, we are back in the building. My favorite thing about that track, and I say it time on time, it's longer than 90 fucking seconds. Cause it's like nowadays these artists, they attention span is so damn short. Like they'll send in a song, and as soon as you get into the beat and they spit a couple bars, they'll repeat the hook, and then it's over.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, I have a good friend who's a student of the game. He's really this. You know, I'm surprised he's not like a reviewer or writing for like a music blog or something. But that's constantly his complaint. He feels like that's the thing with songs are like just 2 minutes now. You know, or like a verse and a hook, and that's pretty much it.
Right, and it's like shooting a video for that shit is a waste of money. Like.
Facts.
But like with that one, you can actually do a whole type of cinematic thing. You know that 90s, early 2000s. You know, like back how Busta Rhymes used to do videos.
Yeah.
You know,
Experiences.
and those albums where the skits matter. Interludes matter.
Yeah.
And I remember you would cop out just to hear the skits. You would get Rough Rider albums just for the skits.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? So like a person, a fan like me, I can appreciate the work you put out. I can appreciate and I can enjoy the stuff that CodeSix is pumping out. If you guys just keep it like that, you got a fan for life over here.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yes, man.
Now, Ice Scout, when you was helping putting this thing together, what were some of your goals for Mad Men, your personal goals, and were they met as the producer and as, I guess, part of the arranger of the album?
Oh, my biggest thing was sound. Making sure everything sounded clear, make sure everything punched and everything is, and you're able to hear all his words. Sound is 50% of the experience. You got the lyrics and then the sound, and then you got the sound. Everything got to be right when it comes to the sound. And that was my biggest like thing with that. And I will always go to him like, yo, you sure it sounds good? You sure it sounds good? Like, yo, relax, man. It's good. It sounds great. It sounds great. You know what I mean? I'm like my own worst critic when it comes to sound. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to feel, and I just wanted to feel perfect. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So that was it. He had everything. He had everything else. His package was already ready. I gave him a little bit advice here and there, but he was ready. He hit the ground running. I think I did my part when I think I did what I needed to do. In that regards.
That was the immediate feedback. If you remember, I told them was everyone was just like, "Yo, this sounds really good. The mixing, the this, the that, and they would shocked when I say, "Oh, where'd you record it?" "No, we did that shit in our living room." It's like, really? You did? The album was in the house, and people are constantly shocked by that, and it feels good, and I'm pretty sure it felt good to Ice Guy too to hear that, like, but all the feedback on the sound, the audio, the mixing, the vocals, the layers, everything was great, and it felt good to hear. When you release it to the world, it's no longer yours, so there's that kind of nervous comes with what do people think, because once it's out there, it's out there. There's nothing you can do.
So are you guys also the type that have maybe 30 albums worth of tracks that y'all just are not putting out right now? Like, are y'all the ones with a whole bunch of tracks in the back tucked away?
I mean, I definitely have some music tucked in the cut. I mean, there's a good amount that I need to finish recording. One of my biggest issues too is like I'll have like Madman. Jesus, it went over the amount of revisions I can't even put into words, And the next project I'm working on, it's been a lot easier. I've changed the track list maybe only like 2 or 3 times, but it's been easier to kind of align my focus a bit better after the experience we had working on Madman, as far as releasing it, figuring out each other's recording speed, because we work really well together as far as just how we do it, how we do it, how we lay and how we kind of lay and plan everything out. So there's definitely a lot of songs in the cut. There's a lot of projects in the cut too. Like there's so many projects that I've already got the artwork for, the name, the theme, the beat, the lyrics written. But it's also a matter of just sitting back down with them when it's time and seeing what changes I want to make and what revisions I want to do.
So, Han, what's next?
So what's next? This COVID stuff. It's interesting with all these vaccination talk. But we're just excited to do shows. My big thing has been just wanting to get to the fall and just do performances. Even if it's 1 track, 2 tracks. I'm a firm believer in if you build it, it will come. And separate from my cousin and from Ice Guy and my brother working on Why'd You Eat That, I've been slowly building out, this brand, Mnemonic Media, where, you can put money into your advertising, you can put money into, AdSense and Instagram and all that, and it's smart to do so, which is what we're doing. But separate from that, there's so many ways nowadays when it comes to getting a studio set up, getting videos recorded and such, where, the next step for me before I debut the next project, which is called Wrath of Heaven, is, I'm working on some moving parts where we're going to get a space and just, have 2 or 3 cameras set up. And basically, it's almost like doing our own version of MTV Unplugged, And I want to be able to just create that content on our own, release it through my media company, keep the money in-house, keep everything under the same umbrella, and just release that to the public, So that's something I've really, really been like slowly talking to friends and close acquaintances about, and professional acquaintances, and budgeting things out and seeing what the next step with that is, because I really want to actually bring like a studio performance, nice quality 4K, the whole 9 cinematic to the to the people, to the fans, and perform some tracks that they love, maybe debut 1 or 2 that they haven't heard of, and put in anticipation of the next project. But that's what my eyes are on right now. That's the next big thing I've been setting my sights on.
All right, so let the people know where they can find you, keep up with you on social media. If you want to throw out any shout-outs, this is your time to do it.
Oh, absolutely, man. I want to shout out, the brothers, DTW. I definitely want to shout out my boys, Sam Illy, K. Hines and Lucid. They're doing their thing. They're out in Tampa. Some close homies of mine. We've collaborated a lot as well. Everybody check out the album Dudley Boys. You know what I'm saying? It's a banger. They're doing their thing. You can actually reach me at Han, HAHN .CodeSix. So Han.CodeSix. That's my Instagram. If if you're a person who's into Twitter, you want to holler at me on Twitter, just hit me up at HanCode6 on Twitter, and that's where you can find me. I don't really do the whole TikTok thing, so I know that's something I got to work on. But for the time being, if you want to reach me, you want to work on something, please, hit me up, HanCode6, Instagram, Han.CodeSix on Twitter, and that's where you can reach me.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Monitor Media for setting this up for us. You can catch me at CodeSix Music Group on Instagram. Same thing on King Ice Guy on Twitter, and on YouTube, CodeSix Music Group, where you can find our episodes of Why'd You Eat That, Cooking with Alvi, and things like that. So yeah, and that is that. Oh, and shout out PreGame Radio too.
Oh, shout out
Big
PreGame.
shout outs. Big shout outs to PreGame. Yeah, big shout outs.
Well, thank you so much, CodeSix, Han, and Ice Scott, for sliding on through the PreGame Radio, hitting us with some dope joints. Please continue to send in the work, send in the videos, all that. Excuse me. We're gonna throw on the track Prep Work and get into a slight music video session while we get ready prep to get on out of here. Once again, this is the CodeSix episode of PreGame Radio. Shout out to Ice Guy and Han for sliding through, and we'll be right
Thank
back
you.
after this. This is Prep Work, live and direct on PreGame Radio.
Nice.
Bankroll bully set the scene like Boris Karloff. Marauding down your block, juggling chainsaws and some sawn-offs. Student of the game, God level baby, masterclass. Arrogant the way I get on tracks and start to show my ass. Get y'all shit together, your time is running south. We gon' run this fucking game the way y'all niggas run your mouths. Ain't gotta call my bluff, I make shit do just what it do. Mr. Vengeance, roll with bucks, it's the wave, it's a mood, yeah. Never going back to broke, marvel at me, super facts. Hood music, shoulder lean, big body, war machine. My shit is sonic blue, but cruising like a slug. Also, y'all could do a double take just to see who it was. Why y'all so shocked? With y'all jaws are gaping shit. Ready for guerrilla war, I'm head to toe and vaping shit. I'm the one y'all niggas counted out, so now I want revenge. So I'm killing your constituents and blacking on your mans.
Look, niggas loading them clips, make sure them gloves on. I don't wanna hear no static when his blood is drawn. We don't argue on live, we just take lives, brandishing them high pipe rifles and chrome 4-5s. If the whip ready, make sure them plates flip. In the tint's black, even got the body wrap. Giovanni put the shot in the back, tell Oli get that Ducati from the trap, nigga, it's full of soul. Fucking tell him the deal's off. He got a problem, peel half of his grill off. Prep work, no evidence. We embody that black excellence.
You're the philosopher I am. I had this compelling, finishing, or intense.
Hey, no, hold up. Let's go.
A activist, don't be a catalyst. On a catalyst, stay fresher than when the from hit him. Stand up, but kept it moving. I never pedestal. The flow been stamped. I'm just addressing you. Respect, I was raised on it. Groomed by connects, I never short on. Protecting was mine. I kept it covered with no code on. You low wrong, that's why you backfire. Never been wired. Shorty think I'm hot when in my coldest attire. Could pull them lukewarm. They do dirt on you while trying to root on. Think you sick with it until you run into a on. Put your shoes on, baby. My kids can't eat my satisfaction. I stick to the script after the action. College football games, I'm about the bands. If you see me posted up with the grams, don't add a caption. You think you fly, but you just standing in the cockpit. Mosh pitting, I'm no pushover. I'm pulling par, so get the Henry dodging. I only speak with a Henny jargon. I crack your egg for a cheesy omelet. Accomplished, we different, you an accomplice. This monster flow, that's water, I got a lockless.
You're blessed, you're being blessed, and you're a blessing. Ultimately, you're a masterpiece. Thank God for you. Command.
The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, Perfect aim can never miss, but who gon' break the arrow? They talking sideways, but never walk the straight and narrow. I think heavy, so I'm taking on the widest load. I'm trying to level up to balance out the highs and lows. I talk less to keep my eyes exposed. Watching for the opportunists in your crew, they disguise as foes. Being me makes me different from the rest. They shouting out your failures, but it's for your success, yes. Sometimes I'd rather hit the beach cheering vacay, but then I realize that each year a payday. Never will I ever stop, I will be forever hot. I'm a Scorsese on the mic with a clever plot. More crazy with the flow, I'ma let you tell it. Cop the drop for the low just to get you jealous. I'm getting way better, and I age better. Still remain cool even when they say it's strange weather. The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, They saying let's get it, G-Def. They drying off while I'ma get my feet wet. Classic J's for the gear, I keep fresh. Nobody do it like me, keep sweat. They like live, you got that fire all along, but it's hard to hear your truth when you're lying in the song. They celebrate the weak, but ain't admiring the strong. Bring a ruckus when I rhyme, but I'm quiet as the storm, man. I ain't trying to be a martyr or a slave. I was smarter and I change and go harder in my ways. Never been bitch, was a starter in my days. Ain't trying to be the artist, I'm the Carter of the game, man. Now my team running, we have the track support. Y'all can miss me with the comments going back and forth. We be the type to pull up on you, that's the course. But let me chill, it's my comeback, relax the floors. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me tonight. This is Live Johnson, the captain of the boat speaking. Yeah, I got Ebony Eyes in the back zoning out with me. Michael Bostic somewhere drinking Henny. You know how we do, man. EDC. This is my comeback year, by the way. The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers, they said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back,
get nowhere unless the team wins.
Team.
One nine shit, nigga. Yo, scummy, listen to the bass and the drum timing. Yeah, and when a scum rhyming, get you murdered over a chain. They call it blood diamonds. Play the kitchen when it was dark. Till the sun rising, ain't no silver line in my clouds. It ain't no sun shining. Backwoods burning my smoke till my lungs frying out the way. I won't get indicted, cause niggas one time and never stop spinning your block till I'm done sliding. All day I dream about drugs, money, and gun violence. Recognize that I'm a legend and I paved the way. Straw town, I done changed the game in a major way. I pay to plug, you niggas pay to play. Bag enough work for tomorrow, but I got paid today. Masterful of something like Kobe shooting the fadeaway. Live it up tomorrow, and I promise, so I'ma play today. I remember cutting crack the pieces on a paper plate. Never good at math, but I can add it to my paper straight. I don't win unless my team win it. Yeah, I've been living like my team living. I've been cutting crack the pieces on the paper plate. Never good at math, but I can add it to my paper straight. I don't win unless my team win it. Yeah, I've been living like my team winning. I've been cutting crack the pieces on the paper plate. Never good at math, but I can add it to my paper straight. Ready now, I'm on to clean up. Niggas dirty though. Bugged out, I ain't a diplomat, I'm 730 though. You little niggas trying to play it cool, I got them worried though. Bugging, but I'm sturdy though, like Oakley in that dirty folk. Any team with shooters on their roster got a spot for me. See the basket post up on the block and pass the rock to me. My youngin' call the screen, so we ready to stop and pop for me. Talking shit and putting up numbers, nobody stopping me. Don't fiend flop on the play, he got his shot blocked. Police play the refs in my digital scale of shot clock. Starting rotation, my nigga, I got this spotlight. Play the game for most of my life, y'all playing hopscotch. Sidestep a hater for euros, nigga, I'm quick with it. Made a living shooting from 3, I'm Steve Smith with it. Threw a bag in the backseat to take a trip with it. Took some losses, couple of dollars, but I ain't missing it. I don't win unless my team win it. Yeah, I've been living like my team living. I've been cutting crack the pieces on the paper plate. Never good at math, but I can add it to my paper straight. I don't win unless my team win it. Yeah, I've been living like my team winning. I've been cutting crack the pieces on the paper plate. Never good at math, but I can add it to my paper straight.
Yes, y'all. We are back PreGame Radio. I know y'all couldn't see me for the second half, but it's all good. I was literally here. Had to battle the motherfucking technical difficulties, but we did that. Big shout out to CodeSix, Han, Ice Guy. Big shout out to them for coming through. Big shout out to Mindset Media Company for patching that together. Don't forget to check out Tipsy Topics tomorrow from 6 to 7 with MJ and Abby with the Fatty. Tuesday we got the Get Out Morning Show from 9 to 11 with Tisha Lyrical. And remember, Wednesdays, it's Encore Wednesdays. That's NWO News with Sparrow, Love Laws with Awesome, Frost on the Weather, Sports with Live 4.5, and of course Galaxy's Finest with the Street Reports. This Thursday, oh snap, this Thursday, y'all! It's the Realest Radio Show. They're coming back and they're moving. We're moving that, taking their talents back over to Facebook. So tune in on Facebook Live. You'll be able to catch the replay, the encore hit on PreGameRadio.net. But you'll definitely catch them live over on Facebook Live, 7 and 9 this Thursday. And after that, right back here, it's the Ryan Show with Ryan V, Mr. Cheeks, and Hampton's Dave. And y'all already know, next Friday and Saturday is PreGame Radio. Back in the building, doing the damn thing. And that's just the whole week, so keep it locked on PreGameRadio.net. We're going to hit you with a little bit more music before we get up out of here. And fellas, don't forget, don't be a fool. Rap your tool, ladies. Don't fall for the scam. Protect your clan. Arrive alive. Don't drink and drive. And remember, a bruised ego beats bruised ribs any day. Y'all be safe, be cool, man, and have a good night. Peace.
Yo, this thing is crazy.
Yo, let me ask you a question real quick, and I promise I won't get mad.
Wow.
How come you always post these random bitches, but you can't post me?
What you talking about? It's the Instagram
Yeah,
challenge.
no, that's straight bullshit.
What you talking
That's
about? We
bullshit.
spoke about
But you know
this.
what? I heard you.
What you talking about?
Yo.
What's good, bro? I gotta put you on to some shit.
What happened?
She told me post her on the gram.
She said what?
She said post her on the gram. She want me to post her on Instagram. I ain't with the shit. We can keep it on the low. Me and you, don't nobody gotta know. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her.
Yeah,
All up on my Instagram.
You say you wanna step out, baby, go and step out. I'm thinking I'm down, hitting tails, you get head out. You treat me like Fendi and flip the F out. Say you down to rise, either get it or you get out, baby, get it. Look, it's 31 flavors and yet I choose you. And if you sub on the gram, then go and do you. Look, the THOT who get it poppin' with many options, cause I be thottin'. Keep it queen or end up on the blacklist.
You talk a good game, you be running your mouth, shorty, but you still immature like Marcus Houston at house party. Telling me post it or it never happened. I'm out rapping and you here running game like we playing Madden. Get out your feelings and get with it, or we gon' have to split like social distance. I'm so consistent. You want a bum on the internet who be posting women, or you want a man who gon' ball? You gotta know the difference.
Post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her, post her. All up on my Instagram.